Oh, I think it's a great win for us to beat this team on the road. Uh, I thought we had so many people had really good games. Leash. Uh, Jordan was having a really good game, and I thought BG and Bree were great, and Nas got another double double. I mean, just a great team performance. It was nice that we were able to close it out in the fourth quarter. We, executed down the stretch on both sides. We had some great defensive possessions, forced turnovers, and then, uh, we executed some plays on the offensive end and got good shots and knocked them down, got to the foul line, and able to get the win, and it feels good.
Go ahead, Wilson.
About Alicia Gray at halftime. She had a slow start, 5 points. But what does it say about one of your key players to kind of step up, especially in the game where things were a little tight, but you guys found a way to still get a win, and she kind of exploded in that second half, specifically that fourth quarter.
Yeah, well, I mean, Leisha's a competitor, and she's pretty good about shaking off a bad half because she's done it. She doesn't worry about a few misses here and there. She knows she's capable of getting hot at any point. And we went to her in the fourth quarter and she delivered, just like you'd expect one of the best players in the league to do. She had a fantastic fourth and she got a lot of contribution from her teammates as well.
And a quick follow-up, really quick. You not only did you beat Phoenix again, but you get the season sweep against Phoenix for the season. What does that say about where this team is now, and especially going into some more highly contested matchups going forward?
Yeah, we know it doesn't get any easier. This is a road trip where we're playing a lot of really good teams. It feels good to get this win. Uh, Phoenix is an excellent team and they're explosive and they're talented and they're well coached. Uh, that's why, getting out of here with the win, having the good fourth quarter that we did to kind of close it out, feels so good right now.
Thanks,
Go
Coach.
ahead. Go ahead, Megan.
Hey, Coach. I know earlier in the season we talked about closing out games, and that seemed to be a little bit of an issue at some point. But now it seems Atlanta has kind of found their groove. What do you like, perhaps attribute that to from your lens?
Well, we had a lot of players who hadn't played together, so there was some of that. We're putting in a new system, and probably in truth, I deserve a lot of the blame for that because we were trying to get our system in and didn't spend a ton of time on late game scenarios. So now, every time we have a practice or a shoot around, we at least hit one late game scenario, and it definitely has helped us. Now, that doesn't mean anything can happen. We've just been able to execute down the stretch and get good shots. And fortunately, we've been able to hit some big shots late in the game the last few times we've been in that situation.
Go ahead, Glaze.
Coach, down the stretch, I think the one thing that kind of stood out not only was the way Leash played, but the defensive plays of Powell and other members. How proud of you to see that the defense locked down toward in the end of that game like that?
Yeah, we made some defensive plays down the stretch, and I thought Powell's play was really huge. The game was still in the balance at that point for her to lock in, get a hand on the ball, get the steal. I thought that was just a big play in the game.
And my last one, Coach, real quick. What was the what were you feeling in bringing in BG and Ryan tonight? What did you feel like how they got themselves back in? What are your thoughts about their play tonight as well?
Yeah, they were on a minutes restriction, so we wanted to keep as many, some minutes down the stretch if we needed them. But I thought BG was great. She was moving great. She looked really good out there. Uh, Defensively, she was excellent. She was controlling the paint. Uh, so I thought really good first game back for her. Uh, Rye's been out for about a month, but I thought she looked pretty good. She got good shots. She got to the free throw line. I know that she was a little frustrated because she missed some shots she normally makes. But when you're out for a month and haven't been in a game, you have to give yourself some grace. It usually takes a game or two to really find your rhythm again. But I thought she looked good as well, and really encouraged about her going forward.
And we'll finish up with Ernest. Ernest, go ahead.
Congratulations, Coach, on a great win. Coach, you mentioned earlier that you were, that you hadn't really got all your system in. What percentage of your system would you say is currently in? You mentioned earlier about the late game scenarios and stuff like that you were still putting in.
Yeah, that's kind of tough to answer because, I figured early on that you're not going to be able to put as much in as maybe that you have for a college team. There's just not as much practice time. And you have to, you could have different players on the team throughout the course of the year. So you have to have something that, is more accommodating for players to pick up quickly. So it's been a balancing act of trying to have enough in that we're not predictable and we can take advantage of however the defense is playing us while still being in a position where we're being realistic about what we can expect from our players in terms of, knowing a certain number of sets or what we want to do in a, verse switch or versus certain ball screen coverage. But, our players, pick up things pretty quickly and they've been pretty smart. So to be able to pick up as much as they have with the limited practice time there is really pretty impressive.
Awesome. We'll be back with the players. Thank you all for your time.